Hey everyone, this is Intentionally Unintentional, back with another video. I just thought I'd sit down and make a quick video because I hadn't in a while, and I feel like I apologize for this every time, but it's just been crazy at school, so I apologize for that, and I'm going to be doing my best to keep making videos, but they'll definitely just be here and there. But today I thought I would do a quick one because I went shopping the other day and they had trading cards at the checkout counter. These are Topps 2023 MLB baseball cards. Last time I got trading cards was probably like 2020, 2021, but I'm excited to open these up and see what's inside. On the front here, we've got Julio Rodriguez on the Seattle Mariners. A very good player. He won Rookie of the Year last year, so it's cool that he got on the front of the card pack here. Surprising, to be honest, but he's an exciting talent, and they're just trying to promote more young, fun, exciting baseball in the league, and he definitely embodies that. So in here we've got 16 cards. We're looking for autograph and relic cards, and if it has a special insert, it may have 9 to 14 cards. This scene right here. One more look at the wrapper here. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to try not to look at the card in the back here. Let me just get a thumbnail real quick. Hopefully that works. Okay. So, first off, we've got C.J. Cron. He's a first baseman for the Colorado Rockies. Kind of a traditional power hitter. Given he plays at Coors Field in Denver, which some may say is easier to hit home runs in because of the altitude. The ball will travel farther because the air is a little thinner. But even still, this guy hits them, 400 plus feet consistently. He's an absolute monster. Looks like he started out on the Angels. I didn't know that. And then went to the Rays, Twins, Tigers before the Rockies. Let's see. Yeah, last year he had 29 home runs, 102 RBIs, 20 home runs, and 100 RBIs is very good. So that's really good. Had a good wins above replacement last year. He's been, the last 2 years on the Rockies, he's been very good for them. That's a nice find. Alright, here we have a catcher on the Washington Nationals. This is Keibert Ruiz. And he was a very highly touted prospect in the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, but they traded this guy and another one of their prospects, a pitcher, to this team, the Nationals, for a very good player named Trey Turner. And that has worked out well for both teams so far. I mean, he's going to be their catcher of the future. The pitcher they got, Josiah Gray, has been very good for them. And then, well, Trey Turner went to the Dodgers for the rest of that season, and now he's on the Phillies, so I guess it didn't work out too well for the Dodgers. Thank goodness. Next up, we have pitcher for the Houston Astros, Luis Garcia. Luis is a very good pitcher. He helped the Astros a lot last year when they won the World Series. But if you know baseball, they introduced a pitch clock this season in an attempt to speed up the game. And this guy has been one of the main losers, so to speak, of that situation, because his windup was ridiculously long, and now he's had to shorten it to adjust to the new pitch clock rules. But I think he's doing fine. The Astros are always really good. I haven't really kept up with him much this year, but all you need to know is this guy had a ridiculous windup. I think people called it rock the baby because he'd like cradle the ball and rock it back and forth. Oh, this is a good pack, honestly, so far at least. We've got a Juan Soto card. Juan Soto used to be on this team, the Nationals. He was very good, won a World Series either his rookie year or the year after. And he's just been consistently a very good player. And the Padres traded a couple of their really good prospects to the Nationals to get him. And it's paid off somewhat well so far, but nothing crazy. If we take a look at the back here, all those categories in red are him leading the league in something. So he led the league in walks the last 2 years, and the year before that on the Nationals, he was a league leader in slugging, OPS, which is slugging plus the on-base percentage, and batting average, but it doesn't look like he played all that many. Oh, well, it was the COVID season, so the season was shortened. If you see in that year 20, only 47 games, and he led the league in all those categories, but everyone played that amount of games. The pack continues to be good. Here we have Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper has been extremely good since he came into the league. He was, super hyped as a high schooler coming up. He was in Sports Illustrated at 16 for hitting super long home runs. And I'd say he's definitely lived up to the expectations for sure. I want to say he's a 2-time MVP. He also used to play on this team, the Nationals. They've had some really good players, and funnily enough, they won it the year after he left, their best player. So, some say that speaks to him and his character, but I still think he's just a hard-nosed, hard-working individual, and he's just a lot of fun to watch. He's really intense. Ooh, okay. We've got a very shiny card here. You can see it on the box in the camera. This is very cool. This is a Stars of MLB card. This is Freddie Freeman on the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman's a very good player. He used to play on the Braves, won a World Series with them, and then went to the Dodgers the year after. He is just consistently a very good batter. Hits for power, hits for contact, and is very smart and just a likable guy. He's one of those guys in the league that everybody respects and everybody likes. Let's see what it says on the back here. Alright, it says, Freddie Freeman. Freddie's ability to carry a team was patently evident in July of 2022, a month where he batted .388, and that means he got a hit 38.8% of the time he went to the plate, and a 1.131 OPS. anything over 800 is decent. 900, you're getting into really good. If you're over 1,000, you should be in contention for MVP or definitely be an all-star. So a 1.1 is crazy. Essentially what that measurement is addition of your on-base percentage. So how often you get on base being via a hit or a walk, and your slugging percentage, which is a calculation of how much power you hit for. So if a single is worth 1 and a home run is worth 4, you divide that by the number of at-bats. So you're usually going to see slugging in the 4, 5, 6 range. So when you add up the on-base and the slugging, you should get around 800. You know, if you're a decent player, you should be around 800. Anyways, he made his 6th trip to the MLB All-Star Game in 2022. During one 4-game stretch, he went an absurd 13 for 16 while drawing a pair of walks. Dodgers skipper, which is the manager, Dave Roberts, could only muse, "It seems like everything he swings at is center cut." This is a very cool card. Oh, this is interesting. They all like this? Okay, no. So here we have a card showing the National League RBI leaders from last season. You've got Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor from the Mets, and Paul Goldschmidt from the St. Louis Cardinals. You can see here the number of RBIs each player had on that list. Like I said earlier, anything over 100 is very good. You can see CJ Cron, the first card we pulled. And there's Freddie Freeman down there. Freddie had 100 RBIs. Here we've got a team card. This is the St. Louis Cardinals. This was a fun team to watch last year because this guy, Albert Pujols, is one of the greatest hitters the game has seen, and he played on this team for the majority of his career, went away, and then came back for his final year, and he and 2 other guys that were on the Cardinals pretty much the same amount of time kind of had their one last dance, I guess, and kind of had like a magical season, which unfortunately did not end with them winning the whole thing, but there were a lot of cool moments from that season, including his 700th home run, and something about the other 2 guys starting a certain number of games together. It was like some kind of record, but that's cool. Okay, here we've got another team card. This is the Cleveland Indians. As you can see, this is probably a walk-off celebration, meaning they won on a single hit. As you can see the celebration going on with the bubble gum flying in the air. This was a surprising team last year. They were one of the youngest teams in the league, and they got into the playoffs, and they played the Yankees. No, okay, here's what it was. In the MLB, there's the playoffs, which includes a wild card round, which is a best of 3 to determine like the last spot. And I feel like a lot of sports are doing this now. I'm thinking about the NBA and the play-in tournament, but they just snuck into the wild card game and they ended up winning that. But then I believe they lost to the Yankees in the next round, I think. Okay, here we have got a pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Joe Barlow. I don't know much about him, so let's take a look. When he wasn't being tortured by blisters in 2022, Joe was among the top closers in the American League. He carried a no earned runs 17 for 17 save streak from 2021 into June, and his 13 saves as of the 22nd were 5th in the loop. It looks like he just got called up. As you can see here, the Rangers are the MLB team. All those other teams are minor league teams. All right. Here we've got Rafael Devers, third baseman for the Red Sox. Pretty young guy, hits for a lot of power, packs a fat lip of chew, as you can see, and he's been really good this year as well. And I think he's up there for home runs. Let's see how many he hit. Last year had 27. The year before he had 38. Yeah, he was born in 96, so he's only a few years older than me, which is crazy. It's crazy. A lot of guys in sports now are younger than I am. It's tough to swallow. But yeah, he's turning 27 this year, and he's probably got a few more home runs this year. He's almost got 150 home runs, and he's turning 27 this year. It's pretty good. Oh, here we have a Topps All-Star rookie card, Vinny Pascantino, that I don't know about at all. But it looks like he was drafted 11th overall. Oh, 11th round. Wow. It says transformed himself into a prospect with a monster 2021. Yeah, that's pretty good. He only played between two minor league teams. He played 116 games, had 24 home runs, batted around 300, had an OPS of over 900, which is very good. He's done decently well in the MLB so far, batting .295, OPS of 832. So like I said, over 800, pretty good. Jonathan Daza of the Colorado Rockies. I like this guy just because of his name. I always thought it was funny that it's just Jonathan but with a Y. I like him. I like the kind of style he plays with. A lot of swag. And he plays against the Giants a lot, given that he's on the Rockies, so I see him pretty often. But yeah, he's been up and down the last couple of years. He's okay. Getting towards the end of the pack here. I've got 3 cards left. Luckily I knew most of the guys in here and I could talk a little bit about them, which is good. Here we've got a pitcher from the Washington Nationals, Eric Freddie. I don't know much about him. Eric has been established in Washington's rotation for 2 years. A 21-inning scoreless streak in 2021 has been the highlight to date. Chiefly a sinker baller, meaning he mainly throws something other than a fastball, sinker. He also throws a curve, cutter, and changeup. So when it comes to pitches, you know, you've got your typical fastball, which is probably what you think of when you think of a pitch. You know, you just got a guy holding the ball, throwing it as hard as he can. Sinkers and cutters are kind of like fastballs, but you hold them at an angle so that when you release the ball, it goes fast still, but there's a little bit of late movement on it. And then curves, change-ups, sliders. Those are called the off-speed pitches, because you really have to like spin the ball with your hand. These other ones, you're just throwing and letting the ball come off your fingers a certain way. With these off-speed pitches, like the curve, the changeup, the slider, to name a few, you're actively rotating the ball to try and get more movement on it. Ooh, okay. Second baseman for the Houston Astros, Jose Altuve. Very, very polarizing player. The Astros themselves were accused of cheating back in 2017 when they won the World Series. It's hard to deny a lot of the evidence. You know, I think it's a whole fiasco. You know, like they should have been handed out more severe punishments because it was uncovered that they were cheating. And Altuve kind of became the face of it. I don't know if it's because his story of being so successful was like so unbelievable, because he's extremely tiny. I want to say he's like 5'4". He's 5'6". And there was a video of him after he hit a very big home run in the playoffs, in which they were accused of cheating. There's a very suspect video where it looks like he's saying, "Don't take off my shirt, don't take off my shirt," implying people to think that he had a buzzer underneath. And he gave a very awkward interview after about why he didn't do that and then why he went and changed so quickly. But it's come out recently that he wasn't really a part of it, and that he was upset when they tried to, you know, let him know what pitches were coming, that he didn't really want to be a part of it. So I'm not really sure what to believe when it comes to Altuve, but you know, he's bounced back. He's endured a lot of hate that would make people crumble, to be honest. So good for him. Cheater or not, good for him. But as you can see, in those years where they were suspected of cheating, he did very, very well, which leads people to believe that he was cheating. But at the same time, he's done fine after, just not as good, and I think that can be attributed to a lot of pressure probably felt by himself. And last but not least, we have a pitcher for the Rockies. That's our third Rocky, Antonio Senzatella. Very hard to pitch in this ballpark. Like I was saying with the first card, the air's thinner, so when you make contact, it goes far. So being able to be a good pitcher for the Rockies is challenging feat for sure. It says here, Colorado considers Antonio crucial to the team's path forward, signing him to a long contract extension prior to 2022. A major reason is his success at Coors Field, where he's won nearly 2/3 of his decisions. Very, very good. So we got some good cards today. I'd say out of all of these, I mean the first couple here with Harper, Soto, Garcia, Ruiz is okay, but then Cron, those were really good. This RBI leaders card is alright. Team cards are cool. Devers, very good. And Altuve is cool too. But I mean, this is the one. Very stoked on this card. Unfortunately, didn't get any autographs or relics, but I'm glad that we got something like this. As always, thank you very, very much for watching and staying subscribed. I apologize for being inconsistent, but that's just how it is. You know, it's I love doing this, but it's it's what gets put on the back burner when I've got a lot of stuff to do, and I've just had a lot of stuff to do. So, like I said, I'll be making videos here and there. I wish I could be more consistent about it, but I don't make these videos to get a lot of views. I make these videos because I want those who do watch to feel relaxed and interested without getting, you know, how do I want to say this, but just, I want these videos to be able to be something you can just watch whenever, you know, like take a little break and watch a pack opening or an explanation of some dental anatomy. You know, I want you to be able to enjoy and learn from these videos, not just, I don't know, like you guys know my opinion on role plays and all that. But yeah, I just really appreciate you continuing to stay around and be supportive and continue to watch these videos. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed opening up these baseball cards with me. And I'll see you for the next one.